Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we hear Tales of Initiative bring you tales of horror, intrigue, and everything that goes boomp in the night. Boomp is very different than bump. I don't know what the difference is, I've just heard it's very different. I am your GM, Matt, and I am so pleased to be telling this tale with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players, Bun, Danny, and Mark. Parfois. Pew.
Hello.
Ooh. Players no jutsu. We had a week off. But we are back to get bloody once more. We'll likely be finding out what happens at the conclusion of our little vampire party. Will their teeth stay clean? Will they figure out where and how the smugglers are doing their business? Will we have yet another narrative TPK that Haley survives by default this time? We don't know, but we will certainly attempt to find out today. A few quick announcements before we get setted. Before we get going. Be sure to check out our sponsors. I'm gonna write the command now. I always forget to do this before I get into the sponsors paragraph, and then I'm just like awkwardly typing out the window. That's not how you spell that word. There we go. We're good to go. Be sure to check out. Did I spell it wrong again? No. Okay, it worked. It went there. Nightbot was just slow. Be sure to check out our sponsors. Our GameStop affiliate link gets you access to all kinds of top-notch video games, trade-in value, and merch. Also, a special treat for all you tricksters in chat. See what I did there? There are 2 Halloween-themed adventures from day 20 that are on 20% off right now. So you can go check those out. I'll be dropping in some special links in a second here. So long as you pick them up before November 1st, they are going to be 20% off. And this is in addition to the Enter the Void bundle, which is still live, up and running out there, which lets you grab 3 extra planar subclasses for just $10. So check out those sponsor links and support the folks that support us. I will just keep posting those as I slowly narrate. My brain is in 2 different places right now. Also, very exciting. We are less than 2 weeks away from our Extra Life Marathon. We are going to be streaming for 24 hours straight. I know all of you have been through like some session zeros already, and I've been like seeing a little bit of the chats going back and forth, and it's super exciting. We are going to be streaming for 24 hours straight right here on the Tales of Initiative Twitch channel, starting November 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be jamming back-to-back 6 different sessions of TTRPG goodness. And you, lovely and amazing viewers, will be able to donate to support Extra Life and the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, all while affecting the games. We're gonna have like TPK-esque like boons and banes, and we can give like re-rolls and stuff using donations. And also those donations will be entering you for extra chances to win some of our giveaways from sponsors like MagPick Games. We got some like, I think they're giving us like actual like big board games to give away in chat. So that's gonna be super exciting. We are gonna have some really cool guests and all kinds of fun. It's very fun. There's no Tales GMs. Dustin, myself, and Billy, we're not running any games. It's all gonna be guests from elsewhere bringing in their own cool takes on TTRPGs. So I'm very excited to see all of them do stuff. Me, Billy, and Conlon will be present. We're just gonna be doing goofy shenanigans in the background over the course of 24 hours. Evil shenanigans. Finally, a quick content warning before we begin. This campaign features cosmic and gothic horror subject matter, including unreliable narrators, hallucinations, body horror, blood, and terrible monsters like rats, bats, snakes, and undead. Now more than ever, a warning that our PCs, while they are protagonists, might not always make the kindest or nicest decisions. You did spare the leather workers, though. That was I did not expect that.
Look. Yes.
Leather pants.
We need to be fashionable.
You gotta be
vampires,
fashionable.
damn it.
Yep. No, I appealed to your fashion sensibilities, and that was my mistake. I made them too necessary for the fashion. You felt the need to spare them. So yes, be aware that crazy things might happen. And if being sucked dry by a himbo vampire spawn isn't your favorite, then might I suggest going over to our Tales of Initiative YouTube channel. We are almost at 300 subscribers. We're so close. Just a little bit more. If all of our followers here on Twitch were subbing over on the YouTubes, we'd be there instantly. Bam. We will not only be returning to our Tales from the Awning portal campaign soon.tm. We will also be starting TPK up after Extra Life. I think it's November 10th is when TPK Arc 3 is going to premiere. And there's also Sunset Over Vengalia this week, which is going to be our Halloween cosplay episode, which is super fun. It's going to be Oops, All Dustins.
Love that.
So be sure to check out our YouTube, catch up on the VODs, catch up on what's happened in Tailsless Tales so far. Because we're gonna be jumping right into the middle. We've just cracked the door open on Forge of Fury, and we're gonna be getting back in there. Mark, you wanted to say something?
I was just gonna say, are we jumping back into the crystals?
We're back into the crystals. Yep, right back into those crystals. We're gonna use magic. We're gonna put ourselves back in the crystals. Why don't we take all the people over here, put them in the crystals? Anything else we'd like to mention before sinking our teeth into today's game? It's like,
My
are you
camera
snapping at
went
me?
fuzzy.
You're snapping at your camera. Okay. Yeah.
That's it. Look, I have learned that the camera responds to the snap. Why that works, I don't know. Most people have to do like the fingy thing. I just snap it back into existence. It just...
You're
Anyways.
Thanos for technology.
Sometimes you just need to sass snap it.
Just sass your tech. Sass your tech into line. Then without further ado, when last we told our tale, our party of vampires, Mera, Powder, and Caspian, began scouting out the town of Perirestia to find clues leading to a smuggling ring that has been getting priority targets out of the Empire while managing to evade Empress Carmilla's and her agents. Caspian, you were able to find, you were able to check in on like the usual kind of gentle laugh safe houses, looking for thieves' cant throughout the town, little symbols and stuff. But you didn't find anything that would indicate recent big activity, nothing that would point you towards that. You did, however, find a note left in one of the Gentle Laugh dead drops that indicated the Laugh was looking for more gems and chalk. It was then that, despite many silly theories, Mera was able to identify those as most likely being reagents, most likely being components for some sort of teleportation spell or system of teleportation spells. Confident that the smuggling is being done via magic, the group checked in with temples and gem stores for more leads. You did check in with the Temple of Anari, that got a little lead there that may or may not have been useful about the Siren's Lap. You also went to a gem vendor by the name of Shardra, and with the help of some distracting commissions from Mera, Powder was able to take a 5-finger discount on Shardra's ledger, revealing that significant spell quality gems are being procured by both Gentle Laugh via fake names and a priest of Belel named Zostra. With the sun setting and Mera dealing with guards summoned by the gnomish jeweler when you decided, hey, this thing we just stole, we should return it. Powder and Caspian, while Mera yakety-saxed into the back alleys of Perirestia, Powder and Caspian began making their way towards the Siren's Lap, a bar known to offer good drink, good company, and seafaring atmosphere in this landlocked town. Is there anything specific you are doing en route to the Siren's Lap? Are you making any attempts at all to reconnoiter with Mera, or are you just like, she's got it. She's over there.
I think Powder's trying, but Caspian is pulling. So...
She figured it out. Let's go.
She'll figure it out. Excellent. Mera, how are you handling this circumstance of having to have... Basically, you've like fleed out the back door of Shardra's little jewelry store and what would you call like a rock shop? It sells gems. I don't know.
Usually just like a rock mineral store.
Yeah.
Rock and gem store.
Yeah. You have left the gem and jewelry store of Shardra's and hear like the faint sounds of like guard things like, oh, you there? Just there's a little bit, it's nearby. It's not round your tail, but it's nearby. What are you doing?
Mera would just be like, I didn't do anything wrong. I should not be nervous. I am nervous.
Guilty by
Okay,
association.
Exactly. They're gonna Am I gonna be hounded? It's not like they stole anything. What are they gonna arrest us on?
Suspicion of
Thinking real
sustitude.
hard. Just like, no. I think we should be fine. Should be fine. I'll just walk casually, like I have done nothing wrong. That is how I'm going to proceed. If I am stopped, then I will answer the questions. If I am not stopped, then see, I have done nothing wrong. Yes,
Fate has decided I am innocent.
Fate has decided to leave me alone. Give me a goddamn break.
Roll for break. No.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just kidding.
I was gonna do it.
What is that, a luck?
Yeah, that would be it. Powder and Caspian. How are you proceed? Are you just going straight to the Siren's Lap? Is there anything you're doing on the way? Cool.
We have a goal and a destination, and
You
it is
do
as
indeed.
close to the sea as I can get in this current situation.
You do indeed. I imagine like even your sort of like undead skin, the glamour is up because of the necklaces, but it's this like itchy, like out of water for too long feeling. Yeah. And
It's
yeah.
that, yes, I need to take a sea bath again. Gib.
Give me water.
Would you
Okay.
just like bathing water? Yes, but I want all the salt in it, please.
You all, well, the two of you, it is easy enough to find the Siren's Lap. It is well marked, and inside you see Caspian. You immediately, actually, like both of you would, because Powder, you were stationed in a sort of a sea coastal town for a very long time. This is definitely the trappings of like evoking the sense of like a coastal town, while definitely still being very, very landlocked. And like, it's got that kind of like kitschy, like rainforest cafe style, like attempt. Like the tables have been distressed purposefully. Like there's little like fake barnacles like attached to things. And like, it's a nice attempt, but it is very, very far cry from the genuine article. Little like nets and rigging bits are like hanging from the tavern ceiling and things. It looks like they've taken great extent to make like all of the bottles look kind of almost shabby, and like poured liquor out of their original bottles into these ones so that it's all on brand.
Just immediately start tugging and checking the rigging to see if there's anything climbable. Just... oh no.
There goes my dice.
There goes your dice.
Oh, I thought that was like your drink with ice.
Yeah, that would be much worse.
Very concerned.
Falling noises. You give it a quick little tug. Nothing is like striking you as like, oh yeah, this is very climbable. Give me an investigation check. I remember that being a strong suit of yours.
With +0.
Yeah.
Bless him.
7.
I mean, you could try.
Look.
No one
we will
else is
try.
climbing anything. I'll say this, it's plainly visible. No one else is climbing rigging at the moment. Just going up.
Powder is gonna try to grab Caspian's belt and just be, nope.
You can make opposed rolls if you want to, or Caspian, you could just say, yeah, it happens.
I will choose to fail.
Choose to fail. Like, no, you can fail.
Oh,
Control yourself.
I know, but not we're already running from the police.
No, we're not.
From the guard.
No, we're not. All right, I guess we need to get... Well, we don't need to get rooms. I need a bath. Like, now.
Mm.
Water.
I know.
Just water. And I'm hoping they have some sort of brine that I can just, like, dump into it.
Probably not anything that's not fake.
They have to have something. They make pickles or something in. I don't even care at this point. It could be vinegar. I just need brine.
That is not gonna smell good.
That's what the secondary bath is for. This is just to get the salt in my skin.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Do we see like an owner or something?
There is at least a barkeep behind. There's a couple of people bustling wait staff moving about through the tavern. There is like a sort of stage off to the side. It looks like there are performances here. There's like rigging all over that. Powder, as you're looking around with sort of more of an engineer's eye, you're like, okay, most of this is set dressing. You think the rigging over by the stage, that one probably like has some gusto. That one could probably actually be climbed on and used properly. But you also think that it's probably for the people who perform here and not for just random guests. Random sea elves desiring altitude for some why. And there is a you can't tell if the salty demeanor is part of the act and the show, or if he's actually just a salty dude. But there is a guy behind the bar who's doing the classic like barkeep polish a glass thing, occasionally pouring people drinks.
We'll head over to that guy now.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Do you have rooms here in the bath?
We got a couple of rooms, yeah. A bath. Probably could manage. Typically that's only for the staff, but we could.
I will easily become staff for a night.
Well, you're on vibe. No, hold on, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What were we gonna say?
I mean, I was gonna say we can pay for it, or we can, I guess, work for it.
Sure. No need to work for it. I'd say it's 5 silver for the room, and throw in a gold for running a bath.
Do you have salt?
The kitchen has salt.
Wonderful. How much salt?
That was an odd line of questioning. I'd have to check. With tip, not off the top of my head. Don't know.
That's okay. Just in the bath, boil it with the salt until it becomes salt water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm understanding now. Okay. Another 2 silver for the salt. That's good. That's
Done.
cool. Okay, I'll get on that.
Okay. Stand over.
You-
I'll throw in another gold piece for actually doing any of this.
That seems to put a little bit of like, he was confused, but like going along with it, he's like, all right, if you're paying, I'm fine. This is fine. Like, this is not the weirdest thing this man has been asked, and is just going to take your currency and do it, providing service. So he goes into you see like step into the back kitchen behind the counter, and you hear a few confused like half sentences of, "They want what?" Like, there's clearly a discussion being had, but eventually you see him come back out to the front of the bar, and you see a small goblin carrying a sack of salt that is about the size of themselves, just up. Room will be ready in probably, I'd give it 15 minutes. They're figuring out what to do with this.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I get you anything to drink?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Margarita, that has salt. I know that.
Actually, a margarita sounds amazing.
All right, I can do
Yeah.
that.
All right, 2.
He begins making those. Mera, what are you? I'm gonna have to keep flickering the music back and forth now. Mera, what are you up to?
I think I was heading back to where we were supposed to be
Yes.
staying for the night.
Yep.
It's like, okay, if we're going anywhere else, they probably would have told me or something.
You arrive back at the original inn that you secured, or really your coachman secured, and the coachman is there, bandana over the face with sort of that it's not quite a tricorn, but that style of like narrow cap on his head. He's just kind of standing there next to the carriage outside.
Are you gonna go in or?
I have no need of quarters.
Okay. I believe there might be some people that come by because I made a jewelry order. Could you get that handled?
I will attempt.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have you seen the other two?
No.
Oh. I wonder where they went. I'll just go at least check in on the rooms now, and then maybe I'll go out and see if I can find them.
Very
Where was
well.
that one place? Where was that one place that I think Caspian was super excited about? Something about a lab. I think that's why they got excited. Yeah, I'll probably find a place. Smear's just gonna kind of go into the room, get it all nice and settled, and just kind of like, okay, here's where I'm putting my. There is my box. They obviously are gonna have to return for their box.
Yep. Give me a history check.
Oh, that is a history, a 22.
22. You do remember the Siren's Lap. Like the name comes to you as you're like arranging the room and stuff. You're like, oh, that was the name of the place. So.
Oh, there we go. Siren's Lap. Yep, that's definitely a place that would get Caspian excited. I hope it's not a strip club. Or they have strip club night.
I mean, it might be Caspian's there.
He starts it.
Yep.
Like, hi guys. I'm looking for tips.
New business venture. Have you considered?
So once Mera gets all settled, she's just like, okay, going over to the Siren's Lap.
Travel montage. But a little. Excellent.
Opening the door. Let's see, and
You are not there.
there they are.
You are not there just yet.
Dang.
I'm going to
Okay.
slow roll your arrival.
Okay.
Caspian and Powder, your drinks are served. There is a nice chalky bit of rim salt around each of the glasses that have been poured for you. You're noticing patrons going about their camaraderie. There are people gambling over at a table in the corner. There is a performer that seems to be like starting up their like stringed instrument and getting it ready to go a little bit. Yeah. Anything in particular you are attempting to do?
Yes, I need to seduce someone into a bite to eat. I have the hungers.
I'm getting hang-groused?
Yes.
Hung-groused? Hung-groused?
No, the hang was right. There's also that edge of anger.
There's a little bit of anger, yeah. Hang-groused.
Little peevedness.
Yep. Valid. Give me... Oh, man. We are committing the great sin of rolling for seduction, aren't we? Give me a... I'm going to say give me an insight check. But this is going to be to see if there's even anyone here that's even attempting to bark up that tree.
Someone not interested in our shirtless Caspian?
19?
19. You spot a few individuals that are probably in the market. There's a there's a man over at the end of the bar that is doing that classic, like, seems almost to be on your same page, scoping things out, looking. You think in the time that you've been sort of waiting for your drinks, you think that he's probably ordered a drink for someone else, and you're not sure where that's landed yet. There is two women at a table. They seem to have gone with the motif. They are dressed in these sort of like nice little like tight waspy waisted corsets and very sort of like pirate themed, but they're very clearly just having like a girls' night to themselves and are just enjoying the atmosphere of this place. And then there's give me my baconator. And then there is a oh gosh, the baconator comment completely melted my brain for a second there. There's bacon on the
so
wirings.
sorry.
Give me my baconator.
Robert just had a good setup. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a Wendy's.
Hang grouse. This is a Wendy's. And dip it in the frosty. Just unholy marriage of meat and ice cream. You see the third
That was a burger.
the third individual is an elf sitting near the stage and is just sort of like sitting there looking not peacocking but close, kind of just putting out a vibe. You see those are the three that kind of stand out to you.
Well, we're not gonna mess with the man's riz. He's on here on a mission as well, so we're gonna let him be. We will go for the pirate chicks. Why? Because I can play into that motif very well.
You can, indeed you can. So, you approach them?
Buy
tell-
them a round of drinks, bring the drinks,
Gotcha.
and approach.
Are you involving Powder in this at all, or is Powder being left at the bar?
Powder is like actually looking.
Oh, you
You know,
cut
this
out.
isn't-
Cut
you know,
out there.
oh, Powder is like actually looking around at the engineering and is like, you know, actually this isn't so bad. And then turns around to talk to Caspian, and Caspian's gone.
Yep,
It's like, oh, all right.
amazing. Caspian, you walk over with the bartender informs you that they have been drinking sea sprays all night. So you bring over some, and they've also got this sort of like foamed bit at the top, so it looks a little bit like waves and the foam of water wake in there. It's a very, very like kitschy, on brand, on vibe drink. Oh,
Absolutely.
good. Our waiter just arrived with the next round.
Not quite a waiter, but always happy to serve.
Oh, okay. Hi.
I was hoping I could join both of you. Drinks is offering.
There is a quick exchange of looks, and I'm gonna need a persuasion check.
Oh, good. This I am good at.
Just making you earn your way past all of the bad skills.
18, 20, 21, 22, 23.
You don't even need the math. I heard the 18. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a giant number.
It's
Sure.
the only one I roll well on.
Yeah, you very
consistently.
consistently. Yeah, you don't even need those big numbers. You're just like 18. Sure. They like scoot around to the side to like make it sort of a triangle formation on this little. They're on a smaller table, and yeah, you can pull up a seat and join them.
We'll just kind of lead it with, oh, are you interested in pirates and stuff like that? I know this is kind of a location,
Mhm.
but do you have an actual interest?
Oh, we just sort of, it's the mystique. I think we just read a book and it was very, very interesting. It was about this sort of seafaring person and they were setting sail and it was just all this high adventure on the high seas. It was just very, I don't know, there was a romanticness to it and thought this might be a fun way of celebrating.
Well, the lifestyle Can be very romantic, yes.
Oh,
Would you like to hear actual tales?
Are you actually a pirate?
I've had my fair number of adventures on the sea.
And what the one seems to be the sharper of the two is like, that's not an answer.
Answering that question openly in these particular lands can be dangerous in and of itself.
And they the one that's kind of calling you out gives like a very like sort of nervous look around and is like clearly doesn't know how she's feeling about this. The other one is into it and is just like, oh, he just is just falling in for the mystery of this.
We're giving her the mystique.
Yes, yeah, very exactly. You're leaning into that mystique. Powder, what is Powder doing? I'd say you like look, Caspian is not there. You're like, oh, what the fuck? And then you see Caspian at this table with these two women.
I like make eye contact with Caspian and I'm like, the fuck?
Sorry, your boyfriend just ditched you for some thoughties.
We'll kind of like absently
We split
tap
up.
the edge of my drink. Like,
And I'm like, okay, do I go over there? What do you want from me?
may I introduce you both to my friend Powder? And kind of wave Powder over.
I did that powder deer in the headlights. Oh. I'll head over there.
So, and are you a
No,
highwayman?
they're not.
I'm guessing?
Oh.
Well, clearly not. You're not dressed that way.
No, Commodore, actually.
The smart one is like getting more confused. Just so confused. The other one is just taking it in stride, like, oh, cool. I've met a few of you before. Are you stationed here?
Oh no. Actually back in had it written down where
The
were we
Shimmer
from?
Song.
Shimmer Song, there we go.
Oh,
Yep, that's where I met Caspian here.
I hate referring to them as the smart one and the other one, but that is certainly the vibes that they've been giving. The smart one is like, yeah, you're a long way from Shimmer Song. Why are you here?
Needed to get away. You know how it is, and
Vacation.
yeah.
You needed to get away. And she throws like a look towards Caspian in this like,
Vacation.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
I had some
needed to
shore
get away.
leave. They had
I needed
leave.
to get away from all of the drunk people. So many drunk people.
are drunk people really that bad? I think they're kind of fun.
When it's a town of them, it can be.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
One-on-one time is always preferred.
I will say at that point, Mera has arrived. Mera, you walk in, and it's very easy to catch sight of Caspian and Powder, who are at Powder. I think you're still standing at this moment, or have you like
Yeah.
found us? Yep, you're in that awkward like, am I at this table?
Am I actually invited?
Yeah. 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the conversation. Mira, that is what you are seeing as you arrive.
The mirror just slowly blinks, just taking it all in. Just really, you couldn't. I was ditched. I'm not surprised with Caspian, but Powder, I'm disappointed in you.
Oh, I tried.
I'll just let them do their thing and just go to the bar and get a drink.
Nice. Evening, what are you having?
What's ever on special, or what's ever heavy.
Sea breeze it is. It just starts. You can see that this guy, like, is regretting having putting that on special. Is now just like, Yeah. It takes way too much shaking to make this damn drink.
Oh, I'm so sorry. If I would have known, I would have just been like,
Nah, it's
"Give me
fine. I
your
did this to
hardest hitting-"
myself. You know, it's a good forearm workout.
Oh, that's true. It does look like you're taking good care of yourself.
Yeah, I try. Yeah.
How much can you lift?
Do you even lift, bro?
Come on, bro. Lift competition. Let's go.
I mean, I
You
haven't.
were headed in the right direction with the seduction, and then you went gym brat.
Then you went gym brat. It's a wild left turn. I mean, I haven't really like measured how much, but like a couple sacks of flour, if there's something heavy in the kitchen, I pick it up and I put it down.
Oh, nice. So you're the handyman in the kitchen.
I am handy. Yeah.
Anything else you're handy with?
I mean, drinks. I'm decent at that, and like finishes pouring it out.
Or just takes the drink. just take the drink. Do you mind if I just sit here? I want to watch my friends kind of flounder at attempting seduction.
Nah, you're absolutely welcome to. Bar's open.
Awesome. Thank you. Do you want to make a bet if they're going to succeed or not? If you're
Oh,
allowed to. I
man.
don't know if you can on the clock or not.
I can. Man, I don't know. I would have said good odds because of that one. And he like gestures towards the one woman who's clearly into it, like hand on shit, like just resting her head in hand, is just like hanging on Caspian's words. The other one has full skeptic face going and is just very confused. It is nothing has alleviated the confusion. Everything about this story sounds sus AF. And so he's like, it's about 50-50 at this point. I really don't know. But hey, I'll take a bet. Which way you leaning?
You know what? I'm gonna have some confidence in my friends this time, and I'll say that they're going to succeed. I'll put down a gold for it, or however much you want to.
Gold sounds good. Your friend tipped me that, so I got it to burn. Yeah, I'll say 1 gold. This absolutely does not work.
Nice. All right, let's shake on it.
Give me an insight check real quick.
Sure. Okay. Keep.
Yep.
Insight. That's an 8.
An 8. He looks very happy. Takes your hand, shakes it eagerly, and just like has like takes out a gold piece and like puts it under like one of those little like short whiskey glasses, and then like holds it open for you to put yours under. So like both of the gold coins are there, just like sitting and waiting.
All right. And now for the entertainment.
Now we
to
wait.
begin. I swear to God, you lose me a gold coin, I'm kicking someone's ass.
Powder, eventually, the sort of cynical woman is like, do you want a seat? I mean, you can sit down. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll sit down next to
You're
her.
welcome.
What are you guys here for? You look like you're celebrating something.
Yeah, I just got a promotion at work, so I was just wanting to have a fun
congrats.
little night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about just look at Caspian.
You don't have to apologize. I know how we look, and you know it's okay. It's fine. She's
Well,
clearly enjoying it, and looks over at her friend, who's just like, and then what happened?
Just talking about the time a shark interrupted like whale hunting.
Yep.
And you're like, well, we had to fight off the shark. That's what happened next. And then I almost went overboard into the shark's mouth, and
Is it true that you could just punch them in the nose?
yes and no. You have to punch really hard, and that is very difficult to do underwater for most people.
Oh,
But
that makes sense. See, I told you. She's
kick.
just, yeah.
Kicking is better. You have a lot more, with the kicking.
I've got some pretty strong legs, and she like kicks up her legs and like flashes her
Caspian
skirt a
will,
little
like,
bit. Yeah.
Catch the ankle to help support her
Yep.
and make sure she doesn't like tip over.
there is some solid like implied flirting happening with the,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Just classic lift leg.
Lift leg, present to audience. Yeah.
Hello,
I just lean
guys.
over.
Don't mind me, just casually stretching.
Her friend sort of rolls her.
Please get some sauce.
Her friend sort of rolls her eyes and like mutters to Powder, "That's not the furthest her legs will go if this keeps up."
Caspian will buy another round at that. Just
Mera, you hear just barely audible the guy behind the bar goes, "All right, I'm gonna have to do it." And he like walks over, and you can see the goblin coming down from upstairs, and he's about to head towards Caspian when you can see the guy pull him to the side, like. Goblin starts walking over towards the table, and the barkeep like slides back into where he was standing, and it has just like this little smirk on his face as he watches the goblin move over there.
Wait, did you just cheat?
Oh, your microphone's way up here.
Oh, did you just cheat?
We never said what was cheating or not. Sorry.
You know
The-
what? I appreciate the inventiveness.
The goblin walks over to Caspian and Powder's table and
Excuse me.
Yes,
Your medicated back fungus medication bath is ready to go.
oh, the brine water.
Yes, for the fungus, the one that smells.
I'm pretty sure those are just called barnacles, but I make sure to scrub
They're
those
not
off.
supposed to be on backs, man.
They can be if you decide to
Do
stay
you
sedentary.
do you also need an exfoliating brush, or would you prefer
Yes,
a
I would love
spatula?
one actually. Would you like to assist me in my bath?
I can bring a spatula. Yeah, if you really need some elbow grease in there.
I'm sure we can work something out together, and we'll just immediately turn to like flirt at the goblin.
I want you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That is still a 10 on the roll, which makes for, I believe, a 15 total. No, a 16 total. I
was-
rolled a 10 and a 13.
I will say this. Give me an insight check on top of this. Powder, you could also do insight if you would like to know what the hell is happening right now.
Insight also a disadvantage, or
No, this is a straight roll. Yeah.
This one, I'm just having-
16.
15.
Okay, both of you can tell the goblin is now like eager for this. I would say you both also understand they're not picking up on the flirtatious element here. They're just into like exfoliating barnacles off of a back. This sounds fun to them. And so, all right, I'll go get a spatula. And just like scampers off.
We'll be back into the girls.
Scampers back.
Sorry, that was room 6.
She's crying a little bit.
And like scampers back.
Well, should the girls would be like, my apologies, he's obviously mistaken, but I had to
You-
give him something.
you
He's so eager for it.
You gotta give me a charisma check here. I don't think it's persuasion or deception. We're wandering a nebulous middle ground here, so just charisma.
We will do deception.
You gotta salvage this nosedive.
Look, Caspian doesn't mind switching to the goblin. He's
Yep.
not picky.
Yep.
Nat 20 for 28 total on deception.
I'm getting that gold.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Why would he be confused about that, though? That seems like a very strange misunderstanding.
I think he's just under the assumption that because I am, and we'll again like just kind of wave
Yeah.
to the face, that, and I asked for seawater to bathe in because occasionally I do actually need, my skin gets all angry if I don't. That there were other things implied about why I needed the seawater.
By the way, have you asked either of these women their name yet?
No.
Okay, go. I just wanted to make sure I could continue to be disrespectful to them out of character.
Mildly disrespectful in character.
Yep,
so you
yep,
make
yep, yep.
use of
We're
that.
all yeah, perfect. The cynical one is giving this look like that's the first thing that she believes that's come out of your mouth. Like that's the first actual thing she's bought into. And the other one was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Salt baths can be really good for you.
They can't. They're very relaxing for the muscles. They're good for just, soaking in now and then if you wanted to join me, maybe.
Oh, she like looks over to her friend, and her friend is just looking away. It's just like this. I'm not in this. This is not my decision. You live your life. I think so. That could probably be fun.
I'm gonna mutter to the cynical one. I'm gonna be like, I hate him so much.
The things we do for friends. Amazing.
We'll have to
I win that.
disillusion the poor goblin of the fact that there are actually no barnacles, but
So yeah, I was gonna say, the goblin comes back with just 2 large spatulas in hand. I wasn't sure if this one was too floppy to really get the leverage we need, so I got this one too.
I'm sorry, darling. That was a joke. I should not have joked on.
What?
I don't actually have barnacles.
You don't have, we're not, nothing to scrape?
No, my deepest apologies.
You salty cur. And just like dragging the
Yes, I
spatulas
am.
on the ground, like just sad.
Oh.
I feel so bad for this goblin.
The barkeep is just like, this did not go how I expected.
I should have warned you that that man right there, biggest whore you will ever meet.
Who turns fungus into a win? That's...
I have been on sea with him, and I still do not understand the things that I have seen. But then again, he doesn't understand the things that I've done too, like kicking a shark in the nose.
Wait, that was a real story? That had happened?
Oh yeah, I have the scar if you want to see it.
I mean, sure.
Mera just lifts up her leg and pulls down her pants a little. See?
I see. Yeah.
Get yours, Mira.
Yours.
Get yours.
What? Get
Prince.
my what?
I just
But it
burned
looks
I just burned myself on the stovetop yesterday, and he peels down his sleeve, and you can see this like pretty nasty, like he must have like not felt it at first, and it just sat there and cooked for a bit. And as you see the sort of like burnt skin and even like smell it a little bit, there is this overwhelming like feeling of like leaning towards like food. It is just this like, you get this yearning to go and just bite it.
This is just kind of interesting. How did you not notice? Like, you must have some great endurance, or to be able to ignore that.
I mean, I was kind of drunk. It was after closing time, and I was making myself dinner.
You know, that's entirely valid. Do you want me to buy you a drink? Seems like you can use it
I
after.
definitely should not. I could bet on the clock, but I should not drink on the clock, especially the way my look's going. And as Caspian and this other girl start walking up the stairs, as the goblin goes sadly into the kitchen, like splats one of the spatulas on the door frame going in. He just like takes the whiskey glass and just like flicks it to scoot the 2 gold coins towards you.
Well, come on. How about after you clock off? I'll
All
save
right.
the 2 gold coins for then.
All right, I'll take that.
Alrighty. now. I just have to wait until my other friend gets freed up from the other girl.
Powder, what are you and Cynic Girl doing?
Just like, I don't even know at this point. We just watched him walk off, and I'm like, wow, I'm so sorry.
I'd be lying if I didn't think this was probably going to happen.
Fair enough. Powder, by the way, what's
Oh.
your name?
Yeah. We skipped that part, didn't we? I'm Emily.
It's nice to meet you anyway.
It was nice to meet you too, Powder. What's the namesake there?
Well, when I was learning to shoot for the Comendadoro, or I've always really wanted to be in the Comendadoro, and practicing, I had to teach myself, so there was a lot of kabooms.
Nice.
And the name kind of stuck, except with my mom.
I could imagine that was a extra level of chaos on top of just being a kid.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I never really liked my given name anyway, but nobody can pronounce it.
That's fair. Yeah. You can't imagine all the different ways people spell mine, so I understand a little bit.
Fair enough.
Who puts a G in Emily? I don't understand.
That is unfortunate. I'm sorry.
And Jambly.
And Jambly.
Well, can I get you another drink?
Sure. I'll be happy to drink.
Same thing, or?
Oh, just a wine, I think. These are they're nice, but they're very sugary. Just a white wine.
Sure. I'll head to the bar and get a white wine and another margarita.
He very quickly pours those up. Happy to not be doing sea spritzers. And just passes them over.
Hey, beer.
Mera just waves.
Sorry we left you. I was trying to go back, but Caspian. Glad you found your way over here.
Yeah, no, I remembered it was, I remembered this place. I went to our hotel where our special sleeping arrangements are set up.
Right. Caspian's,
Busy.
yeah.
It looks like you're going, I do apologize, looks like you're gonna have to go in the box alone.
Yeah, well. It happened.
You did this to you. You
did this to
You
yourself.
just
You
remember.
think I'm not gonna ditch this person as soon as I'm done with them to go cuddle up with Powder? Absolutely.
Oh man, I can't wait for Emily to get all super pissed, and then their revenge story.
The revenge.
Find out she just got a promotion in the Assassin's Guild.
Write that down.
Warehouse. A house that is a where.
Yeah. So, but hey, Caspian won me a gold coin, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, that's good. I actually feel really bad leaving her by herself, so I'll
Yeah,
I'm
go.
gonna Okay. I'm gonna head back and be like, okay, one white wine.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. What do you do for work?
The temptation to just fucking say, I'm an assassin was just so high right there. It was just like, do it. Do it. Do it. I am a seamstress, but I recently got promoted to being more of a designer. So I'm gonna actually get to like design new dresses and stuff instead of just repairs and
Oh, amazing.
Her powder.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's dresses, and it's just
Hello?
Hello.
an exclusive designer. Yes, please.
I'm not one for dresses myself, but a friend of mine is. Do you do like commissions or?
Oh, we do. Yeah. I would not be the one necessarily talk about that too, but I can give you the address of the place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, be really cool if you were able to do it though.
That would be. Yeah. I mean, you could always request that I do it.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, I'll let her know.
Nice. This is
Oh.
this is not what I expected, but pretty nice. So, cheers to serendipity.
Yeah. Cheers.
As you clink the glass, her wine glass actually like cracks, and like you can see it like fall out of her hand. Like, ah, shit, cheap glass. Ow!
Oh
Ah!
God. Oh my God. Are you okay?
And her palm is like cut pretty badly. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, no. Why does that speak charisma? 13.
I was keeping track of what these DCs were getting to for y'all, because y'all have been resisting a lot of them.
Fuck.
It is that feeling of like the only thing you can see is the red. It's like suddenly everything's in like Sin City style overlay. Everything is just like kind of muted shades of gray. The bard on the stage is starting to strike up a little bit of a tune and is beginning to sing, but you can't really hear any of that. It's just this like, now it's on here. And it's just like you just see all of this blood coming out of her palm. And you need it.
Oh, God. Do I have like any willpower whatsoever to
You
wait for like 2 seconds?
imagine you've been walking through the desert for 3 weeks and you just saw a glass of water.
God damn it. I guess I'm gonna pick up her hand and stare at it.
What's going on? You okay?
No. Help me, Mera.
Let's say, can I intervene in any meaningful way right now?
I'd say right now you don't even really know that this is happening. You can give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh. 10.
10. You can see that like her face is kind of off. It's looking a bit like pained and like weird, but Powder's holding her hand and there's still a conversation happening. You're not sure what's going on. You also notice that amongst the patrons, there's one table that's kind of tucked away a little bit, and it's like you're looking at their small table, and then like past them, kind of in this little like shadowy corner that's like almost sort of hidden from like by the stages, like atmospheric rigging a little bit. It's like if you were looking to like get a good seat for watching the stage, this would be a terrible place because it's like total from the side angle on everything. And you can see there's like 3 or 4 people sitting there, like looking a little shifty. And a man is walking over towards their table. He looks well dressed, and you can see a small, like, golden harp hanging off of his waistband. And you can see he is having a little bit of a conversation, and in that weird sort of like heightened senses kind of way. Like you just catch like the little bits of like one bit of word. You hear him as he approaches the table, and he's speaking a little bit louder than he maybe should have been. He says, "Are you all ready to go?" And the rest of the conversation becomes muted and obscured by the singing from the stage and the instruments, and there's a bit of a row coming from the one gambling table as someone has apparently won a hand very suspiciously, and everything's kind of chaos, but you're seeing those two moments very clearly of Powder holding this woman's hand. Powder's back is to you, so you can't really see her expression at all, and then this man going over to this table, asking if they are ready to leave.
I'm gonna sit kind of at the edge of my seat, sort of like I am in a ready position to move, but I'm not exactly moving quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that sus guy is being sus as hell. It's like, okay, let's. I do not want to rough up this place, but damn it, I will turn this into a stage if I have to.
Powder.
I'm gonna lick the blood on her hand, but like in the sensual vampire, not like really weird.
Not like
Oh,
the
not the-
not the I drop barbecue sauce on my shirt and I'm an uncle at a family cookout. But the young adult novel style.
Yes.
Give me a charisma check.
Why do you do this to me?
Because you're good at combat.
Because he can't do it to me.
-2. 16.
I was gonna say there was some hope there. There was some hope.
She just like watches you do this and is like, thank you. Do you want to get out of here?
I totally should have
Yes.
doubled or nothing.
Yes. Yes.
Are you staying somewhere closer? We could get a room.
Yeah, I can. Let's get a room.
Powder, you, just in the back of your mind, just like you are feeling your undead heart like excited by this, and not in the way that she is probably expecting you to be excited by this. It is this like, I just had the first taste of cake and I need more. You and Emily go up to the bar and quickly request a room, and the dude is just like, yeah, 4 silver.
Yeah, just throw another gold at him.
Oh, okay. This is I did not see that coming, man.
You know what? I really should have doubled or nothing. I should have doubled or nothing.
You should have.
Great.
Too late. I'm keeping this one.
Oh, you know, fair. Fair.
So Mera, you see Powder and Emily go up the stairs very quickly.
Oh, I think Caspian's rubbing off on her.
And Caspian's rubbing off on somebody else right now.
Damn right I am.
Well, and it looks like I have been fully abandoned by my friends. Drinking my sea breeze.
I mean, situations like this, I wouldn't normally comment. But what's your what's their MO? Because maybe might not last that long. Maybe get right back down. I don't know.
Well, it's going to. Well, it's going to really depend. Like I said, Caspian, the sea elf, man whore.
Yeah.
So
That
he
guy.
will go for as long, basically until the other passes out, and then
Oh.
leave. Don't ask how I know this. I really wish I didn't know this.
Yeah, no, I get it. I had a roommate, and it was just like, you know, I know things about you now that I can't unknow.
It's exactly that. It's a very unfortunate circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Powder, on the other hand, surprises me. They usually aren't as initiative, so I feel like they might accidentally be the one who passes out first.
Maybe. Yeah.
But they are Comendadoro, so they probably do have some stamina. So I'm gonna
I've
go
seen
with a
them running
50-50.
around early morning basic training. Yeah, I don't know how much of that translates.
I would not either.
Younger days, I could run
Could-
10 miles easy, but swear to God, sometimes my knees just were not in it, and it was a rough go. You know. That was,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I can
This-
recommend some exercises that can help out with your knees
Oh,
and
this-
stuff to give them some.
This is more stretching. You know, I figured out the pillow trick eventually, and that made things a lot easier.
What, the pillow trick?
Yeah. I'm not talking about you. Caspian, what are you doing?
Slowly seducing this person into being able to bite them, probably after they pass out after various activities.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta wear them out first, so that way they're not like immediately like, "Why are you biting me?"
Do you use the bathtub at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Starts in the bathtub and then starts moving to the other locations available. So
I would like you to make a charisma saving throw real quick.
absolutely. 10.
10. It is going well. Things are proceeding according to plan. There is this horrifying moment where you're like, okay, now I can actually get my fill. And it is this odd mix. It's the smell that does it. It's almost like she's been pickled. Like it's this sweet and sour, salty, vinegary flavor that is just like, you know you should stop, but you continue to drink.
Oh, Caspian will absolutely not stop. He will go and drain her.
And so she is dead.
And so she's dead. But I am full, and therefore we're okay in life.
Yes. Powder. I pose the same question to you.
Okay.
Are you going to try and resist your hunger?
Mm-hmm.
Give me another charisma saving throw.
12.
Say, but because you rolled above a 10, give me a d12.
One.
1. Things proceed in that like bizarre headspace of she is being hot and heavy and romantic. You know that there is a very different objective here. And so it is a very confusing and tense tug of war in your own brain. And when you eventually stop, you notice a slight rise to the chest. She is still breathing. Her skin is extraordinarily pale, but she is still breathing.
Okay. oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. I'm going to try to clean up as best I can and book it the fuck out of here towards back either to Mera, or if Mira's not there, to our original room.
Aside from a little bit of like the blood that was on her hand and like a little bit of it got on the sheets, but there's not much to actually clean up unless you want to like bandage her.
Sure.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay, that I can do. Thank God, no more charisma. 14.
14. It's a pretty good job. She is well bandaged. There's no the wound is clotting pretty quickly. It's gonna be fairly obvious that there is a bite mark there, not just like a sliced hand from a wine glass, but you have done a good enough job stymieing the blood flow to where she will live.
Okay. Cool. Yep, I'm booking it to the bar.
Mera, in the time that this has taken, you notice that table, all of the people that are sitting at it along with that guy that walked up, they're starting to get up and leave. And you can see one of the people that was sitting there just sort of like very quickly unpockets some coins and just sort of like haphazardly like plants them on the table. Like not counting, just like this should cover it. If it doesn't, I don't care. And they're just sort of moving out.
Hey, could you know anything about those people over there?
I think they got into town like today. A couple of newbies. No. Ordered some drinks. They seemed a little on the quiet side, but I always assume that some people just want to relax and be left to their own.
That's valid. I'm kind of curious about them. One moment. She's gonna
Sure.
slide off and just sort of do like a little like kind of casual follow, but not like full follow, but just like kind of go to the front door. Just be like, "What are you doing? Why are you being so weird?"
Are you asking them that, or are you just like following after them at a casual pace and distance?
Yeah, following at a casual pace and
Okay,
distance.
cool. Give me a deception check.
Oh, here we go. Finally. That doesn't just. Of course, my sheet needs to load at
Loading.
this very moment.
Buffering.
Uh,
What was that?
right. So rude. 16.
16. Okay. You are able to kind of like, you leave right around the same time, but you make it look like, oh, I just left right around the same time. And the streets now, it's still early evening enough that there are like other people milling about in the streets. There are people going to and fro. You were able to leave and follow them from a decent distance. I'll say that because of the way things played out, Powder, you are indeed the first one back down. Technically, in your timeline, that other woman ain't dead yet. But you come down into the main room and give me. You know what? I'll say that you see Mera leave. You just barely see like her leave out the front door.
Shit. I guess I'll go to the front door and try to see where she's. And be like, Mera.
Do I
You
hear
hear
that?
that? Yeah, you hear Powder.
Mira just kind of like gestures a little, like trying to somewhat be settled. Like, I figured it'd be time to go back to our inn, Powder.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll figure Caspian's gonna be a while. Anyway.
How are you following along with Mera?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my god, I ate somebody. She's still alive, but oh my god. What if she tells?
What?
What if we're in trouble? Are we gonna be in trouble?
I feel like we'd only get in trouble if we kill someone.
Oh. What if she tells everybody that they're vampires?
I just make sure you tell the Empress what happened, so that she can do damage control.
Yeah. Wait, what if the Empress wants us to kill people? I don't want to kill people.
Yeah, I feel like she would have told us, right? This is just a search mission. Don't overthink it. If we were assigned for an assassination, I'm pretty sure she would have been very clear with us.
Well, she should have given us more information about eating.
Didn't the other folks mention stuff about it?
No. They just said that you're gonna have to eat, and they didn't say what happens after.
I guess that should be something to ask them about, is aftercare.
I'm so confused.
What, does that word mean something else?
No? Yes? I don't know.
I feel like Caspian's rubbing off on me, but the problem is I'm too dense to notice certain things. What's the pillow trick? Is that an exercise?
No. I will explain the pillow trick.
Oh.
So
See, I
the
thought we were-
bartender, yeah.
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 Okay. It just instantly starts going red. Even though there's no blood to
Well-
really get there, just like you can just feel the embarrassment of ah.
Good for you, though.
Ah. So yeah, there's I noticed these folks kind of being a little interesting, and apparently they just got in town today.
You think they're the laugh?
I saw either that or the church, maybe. One of them was carrying like a little kind of golden heart symbol.
Do I know that symbol?
Give me either religion or history. Let me know which one you roll.
Okay, they're both the same. So, 19 on history.
Okay. You would remember Lila wearing something very similar. It was most likely a religious symbol of Belial.
Oh. Then I will say that. Must be alone.
And right about that same time, you actually see that group that's been ahead of you. It's been getting more and more awkward to keep going the same direction as them. As the crowds are starting to thin out, you're getting into more of like residential areas that wouldn't necessarily be high traffic. They make sort of a sharp turn, and you see down the street that they are going down, you see a small like steeple of a temple there.
I feel like we got confirmation. Do you think we should stop this group, or should we just retreat until
Were they doing anything?
the magic, remember? They're probably trying to get the people out of here and disappear.
Right. Well, let's try to sneak to a window, maybe.
Okay.
Is this like a 1-story, 2-story church?
As you get close, it's like a 1-story church, but just like tall. So probably like 12-foot ceilings and some sort of like alcove, like a either like a dome, not a domed, but like arched ceiling. But you know, there's headspace. So it's a big building, but the windows are all kind of down low.
Okay. Lots of windows.
Not a ton, but enough. Like it's
Okay.
yeah. If y'all are trying to approach the church stealthily, then I'm going to need stealth checks.
Okay.
The rogue is left behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
the rogue is busy.
Oh.
The rogue is
The rogue's a little busy
busy.
making their murder scene look like it was a break and entry, and you know, the person just got caught up in this, so that way once he leaves, it's just like, oh, like leave strangulation marks around the neck to help hide
Mhm.
the.
Those weren't already there. I shouldn't have made that joke.
Look, we're gonna leave that to the imagination here.
Yeah.
15.
15?
18.
18. Are you not wearing heavy armor right now?
No.
Or you just roll?
So I would
okay.
imagine if Mera's going out exploring, she's not going to be wearing her thick, chunky armor.
Like chunky armor. Yeah, she wasn't in like battle mode. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Otherwise otherwise I'd just be cling clanging everywhere.
You are.
And that would look suspicious.
That would. Don't be so. I mean, wearing armor is not an instant out. It would certainly characterize you in a certain way, but it is not like a instant like, oh, they're weird. Anyways, you go up to the church. You look in through one of the windows, and it does have that sort of like warbled texture. So it's a little bit hard to make out like exact faces, but you see that group like kind of pause, partway down the pews. The cleric kind of turns back, says something that you don't quite hear, and then moves over to like a side room. And you can see that like this church kind of splays out to, like there's a couple rooms off of it that don't have any windows on those, and are just sort of attached. Goes in there and comes back a few moments later. Give me a perception check.
That disadvantage because windows, or
What was that?
is that like disadvantage because wavy windows? Or...
Nope. What you'll see is limited by what the windows could have you see, but no disadvantage on this.
8.
Oh,
What was that, Bun?
7.
7? Oh man, Discord's getting all choppy. Both of you see another figure, but their faces are all kind of messed up because of the glass, so hard to see any identifying characteristics. Comes back with this other figure. There's a little bit of chatter, and then the whole group starts moving towards like the back of the church, and then off to the left, and you kind of lose sight of them.
Should we go in?
I will say when you look around the outside to the where they're kind of like going, you notice that there is another like window. This one doesn't have any panes of glass though. In fact, it's like a kind of a big, large, just hole in the wall that's been made purposefully, in one of those like back rooms.
You slowly approach that.
Slowly approaching, you move in. Looking in, as you get close, you can kind of like smell the smell of like bird poop and just kind of like hay and straw. It is, you can see there's like messenger pigeons holed up in little cages in here. There's a big window on this side and a big window on the other side. It looks like for the birds to be able to fly in and out. There's sacks of seed everywhere. But it's odd because like you can see like the doorway that the group would have entered. No sign of them. And the group has vanished.
Okay. Can we get closer to investigate?
Sure. Give me do you want to like step through? You could step through this window if you wanted to. Like there's nothing, it's not high enough to require a check or anything if you wanted to get in there and look. Give me either perception or investigation checks.
Okay. 16 investigation.
Oh man. I was gonna get 13 investigation.
Okay. Mera, are you also getting into this room?
Mhm.
Looking around in this room, Mera, you don't catch anything. Powder, you very quickly, like stepping around, you hear like this like noticeable distress in the wood that would signify that it's off of the ground, but that shouldn't be the case based on where this room is in relation to like ground level. So you look down at your feet and you kind of move some hay and some seed out of the way, and you can see that there is indeed like a hidden door down through the floor of this.
Should we go in now or wait until tomorrow? Maybe.
Like I said, the big question is, do we want to catch this group now, or do we want to let them go?
I mean,
Our job is simply to investigate the matters. We were never told to try and like stop anybody if we see them.
it's true.
Kind of.
Can I just like lift it up a little bit and try to like peek in without like pulling it all the way up?
Yeah, give me a stealth check. And Caspian, give me, man, what would
19.
what would faking a crime scene? What skill set would that fall
Deception?
under? Yeah, but it's not a charisma check. Give me, this is going to be, I'll say deception, so add your proficiency bonus, but this is an intelligence check.
Let's see. So I have
Powder, what was your?
expertise in deception.
Oh, nice. So yes, add your expertise bonus, so double proficiency modifier, but you're rolling with your intelligence modifier
okay,
instead of
so
charisma.
just +4 then. Got it.
Powder, what'd you roll for stealth?
19.
19. Very nice.
Nice.
17 total.
17 total. It looks like someone barged into this room through the window, did some shit, and then left. Like you're able to make some kind of like drag marks and scuff marks on the ground to like sort of mimic a fight. It's well done. It's good skullduggery has occurred here.
This is where he just gently reminds everyone that he is in fact an assassin.
Mhm. Yep.
He just happened to be raised on a pirate ship.
Do you
Makes
leave?
his way out casually.
I was gonna say,
out
do
the
you
front
leave down
door.
the front door?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Be
Love
like,
this.
she's asleep right now. I don't want to wake her. We already paid for the room, so I'm just gonna let her keep the room. Not sure where my friends went off to, but
For the sake of it being a roll and their low numbers are theoretically on that dice, give me a deception check.
absolutely.
I heard
It's
9.
another nat 20 for
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought so. All right, sounds good. We'll clean up the. How was the bath? That was the first time we've ever made that with
It
salt.
was actually very relaxing. I would say offer it as like a specialty of the house.
All right, yeah,
Nice little like sauna effect type thing.
might just do that.
If you
Oh.
want to get real fancy, you can add like herbal things to it. I know some people like rosebuds, thyme, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Premium prices,
Yeah.
especially in a city like this where travelers.
No, that's true. People want to be pampered after a long trip, so yeah.
Exactly. We'll pass over another gold coin and just be like, have a good evening.
I'd say the same to you, but it sounds like you already did. So have a good
Damn
one.
right I did.
I have no idea how you're going to find your group, but I will leave. Once Caspian's out, you've noticed that Powder and Mera are not there.
Okay.
What is your plan of action?
He's assuming that they went back to the other inn, so he goes that way.
Yes.
He's just like, all
Love
right,
it.
guys.
Perfect.
That was our plan, was to meet up there.
That was our plan. Yeah.
How you know how it feels to be abandoned.
You start heading towards the other inn. Powder. Very slowly lift up the trapdoor. Fortunately for you, it seems that they also don't want people knowing when this thing opens, so it has been well greased. There's no creaking of anything. You see a stone stairway heading down, and you can hear a little bit of chatter.
What were the exact instructions we were given?
The exact instruction. You were told to, like, within sane limits, find it and stop it. If you could stop, if it wasn't like you walked in and like, oh, there's an army here, like, you know, she's not asking you to go on a suicide mission, although she might not care. But yes, you are in general supposed to figure this out and stop it if possible.
Okay, I'll go ahead and push it up all the way and try to sneak down and just try to get a glimpse of what's happening.
Sure.
And
Loving it.
Mera will stand on guard.
Excellent. I just move things around. This is played out very differently than I anticipated.
Yeah, well, we didn't exactly plan for a murder.
No one ever does.
I absolutely did. I was getting food one way or the other. Didn't matter how well he rolled, he was getting full.
There's jokes to be made, but I shall not be making them.
Yes, there are.
Powder. Give me another stealth check.
Okay. 15.
15 is pretty good. Pretty good. As I check all of the passive scores very quickly. Don't mind me. What's this dude's? Okay. Okay. One more. Okay.
Somebody shoots.
God.
So many passive scores. I will activate a map. That you are now in your proper location. This person is not asleep. They are thinking, doing things. You see a couple of things going. I'm gonna move us over to the map. Ta-da. Oh. This room looks like it is supposed to be like a tomb, like some sort of place of honor for the dead. You are, however, noticing that at the southern end of the room, there's a lot of activity happening. There's a very massive metal door. It looks like it was a late add. This was not originally part of this structure and has been added on. There's the priest that you recognize, like the guy that was leading that group. You see all of these, the four sort of just like civilians, you're not sure what to call them at this point, sort of huddled around like looking amongst each other. They're all sort of facing towards the southern end of the room. They are thoroughly distracted. There is this like seal looking creature over on the right hand side that is milling about with like barrels and is like shoving things in bags with these sort of like flipper hands and is kind of messing with things there. You can see the one barrel is actually open and has some like water sloshing around in it. There is also a woman down here that is just sort of like watching things and is like moving close every once and again. Is like, no, the other way. Let's turn the knob. I know what I'm doing. And there's this kind of like hunched, haggard looking man manipulating this very odd device. There's all these like metal wheels. He'll turn one and it'll go another direction. He'll turn another. It'll try and like stop one from moving with this little like weird crank knob thing while he manipulates some of the other ones. Do not distract me as I put it in, otherwise everything could go wrong. And one thing's to go wrong, and one thing's to go wrong. The cleric behind him, no, we wouldn't want things to go wrong. That would be bad. Right, that would be bad. That would be very bad. Very, very bad. Very bad.
Can I see what he's doing?
Give me a perception check.
21.
Give me an arcana check.
4.
Nice. You have no idea what this device is, but he is working very hard and is like clearly focused on manipulating this weird bit of clockwork that is in front of him. Right, I think it is contained. You would like to open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door. Yes, I'll open the door. And the woman very calmly approaches this steel door, and you could see her run her finger over it and sort of trace this rune that is etched into the metal before spinning one of these big, like, vault wheels that is on the front. The door begins to open. And you see on the inside of that room, there's this swirling vortex of very bright energy. All right, hurry up and fix it into place. We need to get these people out of here. Hey, all right. One, where are we going? Where are they going? Where? And the priest starts to look back over his shoulder towards the group. You get that very awful sensation of his eye line moving towards you. You said 15, right?
Yes.
He is far too focused on the people nearby. He does not notice you sort of hunkered down behind some of these barrels and boxes. You all wanted to head to North, correct? Yes. That is where we'd like to go. That seems to be the safest place. Right. To North, and make sure to account for the protections there. It's not as easy as it used to be. I like it. That's the easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. That's why you pay me well. And he starts clicking and clacking, and you can see as he's manipulating this device again, that warbling energy starts reshaping itself, and you can see these little spheres sort of moving into different locations. There is some manner of relationship between what he's doing with the device and what is happening with this blob of magic. Mera, I'd say that you are still at the top of the stairs, but you are hearing like bits and pieces of this. And you're certainly watching Powder like skulking down there and like staying out of view. Powder, what are you doing?
I don't see anything.
You don't see into the room unless you want to go down those stairs and join Powder, but that will take a stealth check.
I will.
Oh no, I was just gonna say if there was anybody like coming towards the door, or if I was hearing anybody outside.
Oh, right. So just checking to make sure no one else is about to join this party. Give me a perception check.
That would be a 15.
15. You're not seeing anyone. You're not seeing or hearing anyone moving in the church. In fact, there's very few candles lit in there. It seems to be just like after hours kind of thing. Yeah, seems like the coast is clear.
Okay. Powder is going to try to memorize the people involved. Not really the people that are leaving, but like the priest and like who's assisting. And try to make out like exactly what they're doing, even if she doesn't understand it.
Sure. Give me an investigation check. I think this would count as investigation. Or insight. There's something you could discover if it was insight. That's something you'd prefer. Insight's gonna be more about the people. Investigation's gonna be more about what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do insight. That's a 17.
17 on insight. I need another gemstone. This next part is very delicate as we punch through. I thought I supplied the... I thought I re-leveled the machine earlier, but fine. And, this woman starts walking back towards this far area. She's not really looking for you, so her eyesight doesn't go towards you. But in that moment, you detect this offness in the tone of the dude that is working on this. He just lied to her.
Interesting.
And as she walks away, you can see his fingers sort of like go like faster, like the swirling of these magical mists inside that what you would imagine is some sort of transportation chamber start to change very quickly. There is this like humming through the room. She turns like, what are you? He pulls the lever. The swirling reaches a fever pitch. All of those little motes start to coalesce and shift into a doorway. And out of that doorway, one massive green claw, and then another, and then two more. 4 arms reach through. And this horrifying troll-looking thing steps into the room and starts picking up weapons, and you can see the whole room is now this chaos of a fight ensuing.
Oh,
Are
I'm
you?
out.
You're out.
Yeah, I as soon as I see the hand, I book it out, and then I push Mera towards where we came in, and I'm like, I think the problem just fixed itself.
The what?
Mera,
Okay, wait.
Go, just go.
Okay, I'm following you.
Yeah, and we're heading back to the inn.
excellent. Real quick, I want to see. Give me Powder. Give me one more perception check.
Okay. Nope.
Whoop.
It just fell in my lap. Hold up. Did not fall. There we go. 19.
There's obviously the sounds of fighting happening behind you. You hear that that woman go, "Shit, you traitor!" And spells start to fly. The growling of that massive troll is thundering through the room, and you can hear the sort of manic cries of that one man that was at the helm of that device. Clavdra be praised! Now begins, now begins, now begins, now, and like you hear him get like, not run! The cleric is shouting, the people are shouting, you're hearing footsteps coming up from behind you very, very quickly. Mera and Powder, you are just bolting. Where are you heading?
The inn.
To our actual inn.
To your actual
Yeah.
inn.
Yeah. Just hoping that Caspian is there already.
I will say that Caspian, you're at the inn. You see that your coachman hanging out outside. And he's just sort of just like gives you a nod.
Just nod back and head in.
You're there maybe 5-10 minutes. This place is much quieter than where you were just at. The Siren's Lap was, you know, an entertainment tavern.
As it's
This
meant
is
to be.
exactly. This is very low key, very like people come in, they have maybe a drink and some food, and then they go to sleep.
Caspian will just start getting his and Powder's conjoined box ready for sleeping.
Yes.
Put the pillows inside the box.
About 5 to 10 minutes later, Powder and Mera arrive at the tavern, looking probably somewhat out of breath, as I imagined you ran, if not at least speed walked your way here.
So I'm going to
when-
assume you both had a good night.
I think, well, we definitely found out what happened, what was happening to people.
Oh, you actually worked.
I think the problem fixed itself, but now we gotta tell the Empress. Also, there
should-
might be a giant monster roaming, so maybe we should leave right now.
I just got the... Yeah, okay. Let's just... I don't think she expects us to handle giant monster things.
I mean, I
I
don't
don't know. Did it look like we could all take it in a fight?
It was giant and had 4 arms and weapons, so no.
So just tell her what you found and that a giant monster came through.
Yeah, that was on purpose. What was it that he said?
The
name?
crazy dude?
Yeah.
A Clavdra.
Clavdra.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me make sure that I have this right. ECLAVDRA.
Clavdra. Okay.
I mean, we could check to see if that's one of the Empress's men.
Let's not.
He didn't seem like it. He didn't seem like someone she would keep around.
Right. So,
Right, and he didn't say for
Job
the
done.
Empress. He said for. We probably need to figure out what that is.
no. No, we found out what's going on. We figured out that they're going through... Not into the gemstones, through portals.
Yeah, I think that's broken now.
I think at this point she can send in people who are a little bit more specialized than us.
Fair enough.
Also, the town's guards can handle if the monster starts coming and beating other people up.
Yeah.
Should we at least be polite and inform the town's guards about something happening at the Church of Bilal before we leave?
Do you want to explain why you were in the Church of Bilal and watching this monster come out of a portal?
I didn't say just monster coming out of a portal. Just say something you think something suspicious is happening. You don't need to give them too many details.
Guards ask questions.
Right, and I am technically guards, so they'd want me to stay. and sun's gonna come up soon, which would be bad.
All right. Let's get going then.
Downstairs,
Sounds good to me.
the coach is awaiting you. You all pile in and basically be like, back
With
to
our
Niviscote.
boxes.
Yeah. And he, the coachman basically like goes and gets help from the place to like load our luggage back into the carriage. And like everyone's like, these chests are why do you have these? And like, this is exhausting.
I'm a noble lady. I need my fancy dress box.
I need all my clothes all the time.
This
While
is
we're
my
waiting-
winter wardrobe.
We're waiting in the carriage. I'm just like, Caspian, what are we supposed to do when we eat somebody? But like, I didn't kill her.
You didn't kill her. Well, that might be a
No,
problem.
was I supposed to? Nobody told
You-
me.
Okay. So you have two ways. You can either hide it in the activities itself and have it come off as like a kink thing situation.
From what I remember,
Or-
it was like that, yeah.
Well, then you might be fine. If she's into it, then she might just be like, oh, it, went too far. She's probably had a few too many drinks, didn't realize that it was going that far with you. Should be fine. Problem
was
might clear
really-
itself up.
She was really into it. Okay.
If you do happen to kill someone, then you create it so it doesn't immediately look like a vampire ate someone, or you make sure that people don't see you go in to eat them.
Maybe also double check and talk with your
Okay.
older vampire kin as well.
Or you
On
just
their
call me and I'll
advice.
cause a crime scene for you.
Okay, fair. You were busy though.
Yeah, you could have knocked. I would have stopped for you.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to interrupt.
You're always allowed to interrupt me, Powder.
Oh.
Alright, you two get in your box.
It's really sweet in like the worst way possible.
I know.
That's their entire friendship.
I'm picturing that scene from Fight Club where he knocks on the door and his like spoiler alert alter ego just answers like buck naked with like the big yellow gloves on. Like, what do you want? Like, this relationship is strange. So y'all pile
But
into
yeah.
the carriage, headed back
Yeah,
towards
in
the
our
capital.
Boxes.
Back in your boxes. It's this weird sensation of like you're tired, but it almost like your body won't let you sleep until dawn begins to rise the next morning. And you all go
Caspian will
down.
spend that particular time explaining how to create a good crime scene to
Mhm.
hide these things to Powder. So you can put the bodies in this position to make it seem like they're sleeping at first sight. That's really good if you're trying to create like they passed in their
Mhm.
sleep moment. But then you have to hide the bite marks somewhere where they're not going to immediately notice.
Yeah. Powder interrupts a few times with like, no, we always look for this, so maybe do something different.
So you discuss the intricacies of covering up for your murders. both real and potential. You climb down into your little caskets as the carriage rider continues driving through the day to reach Niviscote. Back in the crossroads, the town wakes up to change. At the Siren's lap, there is a murder investigation, with Amelie being very confused as to what has happened. As is the bartender, the goblin seems unperturbed. But the Church of Belial is closed for the first time in years, is not taking any guests. Down in the Undercroft, a man sits on his knees. I did what you asked. I did what you asked. I did a good job. I put the wheels where they needed to go. I greased the wheels. Reward. You're gonna show me now, right? You're gonna show me. there's the sound of heavy breathing coming from the darkness elsewhere. An arm, disembodied, drags itself across the floor before it is picked up by one of its others and reattached to the stump it was hewn from, as this massive four-armed troll stands at attention for his boss. A white-haired, lilac-skinned woman with sharp elven ears. She approaches the man on his knees. A staff in her hand, cut to only about 2.5 feet long, almost more of a rod. She taps it under his chin. At the end of the rod, for a second it looks almost like a cat of nine tails, like a whip. But the tendrils start to move, the tentacles of the rod crawling across his face. You've earned your keep. The invasion begins now. Grima will be pleased. These pieces are moving into place quite nicely. Yes, and you said you'd show me. You said you'd show me, right? You can say hello to Volk now. She twists the rod, and the tentacles dive into his throat, his nose, and his eyes and fill his face until he dies. Miles away at sea, the captain opens a package and sees the earrings. She knows what it means. She can't be too busy with that now. Miles further away, in the land of floating isles, there's a small shop with odds and ends. A snake curls in a cage, and the odd patron of the house with its wide hat. Pieces continue to move. The puppet that Rift and Reaper had dealt with before, not knowing it was such, goes limp as a snake crawls out of the inside, moves across the floor, and up under the robes of Papa. This is most unexpected. I'll need a replacement. She can't be left in the open. And that is where we are going to end our tale for today. We'll find out what all of that means next time when we dive back into the Forge of Fury to pick back up where we left off so many months ago. And I am very excited to be telling more of the Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. Until then, love yourselves, love your neighbor. And as always, are you ready for more tales? Stick around for a raid, everybody. Bye.
Boy.